guys, we're back with the bonus materials where we left off. Starting off with router 7.0. Bungie shows you what a NAT type is, how to fix it, and why it makes a difference to your Halo 3 online experience. Routers, firewalls, modems, and more. Demystified at last.
Hello, my name is Chris Butcher, and I'm an engineering lead here at Bungie Studios.
We have a crack team of networking specialists here, whose sole job is making sure Halo 3 runs great on Xbox Live.
But you have to do your part, set up your home network right, because if that sucks, there's nothing we can do.
To show you how to set up your network, I took a field trip into the woods of western Washington State to the home of the Camblin family. Dave Camblin works at Bungie as a graphic designer, so I figured he'd have the perfect home setup. Dave said, "Great, we'll just be home relaxing with our 6 kids. Come by anytime."
Where's Riley?
As it turns out, Dave and Marcy are just as good at setting up a home network as they are at managing their kids.
Hey Dave, so show me what you got.
So this is my office. Pretty cool, huh?
Like any good nerd, Dave's got a whole collection of computers connected to his home network. It sounds great, but what happens when the family wants to use the internet, and all Dave really wants to do is play some Halo?
Guys, how much longer are you gonna be? Guys.
Rule number 1. For the best Xbox Live experience, make sure you kick the rest of your family off your home network.
Of course, it won't matter if your connection is too weak. Rule number 2, get a good network connection. You need lots of bandwidth for playing games, both downstream and upstream bandwidth, for receiving and sending data.
Some connections are great for browsing the web, but they have no bandwidth for sending data. That's bad for gaming. You can't shoot people when they're shooting you.
So what's the best type of internet connection?
Fiber optic cable.
But,
It's kind of hard to find.
what else?
DSL.
Problem?
Kind of costs a lot, and they don't pay me that much at Bungie.
Go find someone who cares. What else?
Cable modem.
Which is what you have.
Right.
But what's the problem with that?
A lot of neighbors sharing the same cable company.
You said you were going to be off at 9 o'clock.
Not much.
Right, Jeff. Last option?
Dial up, but you don't expect that to work, do you?
All I'm saying is we tested it, and it works.
But it isn't much fun.
So from best to worst, here are the choices: fiber optic cable, DSL, cable modem, or dial-up. Of course, if you subscribe to a crappy internet service provider that goes down frequently, none of this will matter. Rule number 3. Make sure you choose an ISP with a decent service record and a good helpline. Of course, paying your bill on time also helps.
Hi, this is Helen. Can I help you? Hello?
Finally, the all-important question of your router. A lot of you have routers running your home networks, and if they aren't configured right, we can't help you.
You might be able to log on to Xbox Live, but you won't be able to hook up with all the people you want to. Rule number 4. Try to get a router which has the Xbox Live compatible or certified for Windows Vista logo.
If you can't find one, at least get one that supports Universal Plug and Play, or UPnP.
To test whether your router's working, go to your Xbox dashboard and select Test Xbox Live Connection. Rule number 5. You need your NAT type at the bottom to say open. If you have a wireless router, here's rule number 6. Make sure you don't put it near other appliances, like computer monitors or cordless phones. Anything using the 2.4 GHz spectrum will interfere. Rule number 7 is about location. First of all, don't put your wireless router in a corner.
Keep it away from metal objects like filing cabinets. Oh, and while you're keeping your router away from certain things,
Here you go. Thank you.
Okay, don't put it on the furniture, all right?
Okay.
be careful what you put on it as well.
Dad, what you doing?
I'm just checking email, sweetie.
Oh. Bye.
See ya.
A good place for it is up high on a bookcase.
Yeah, it's good there.
So here they are, 7 rules of home networking. Kick everyone else off, get the best network connection possible, choose a decent ISP, make sure you have a compatible router, make sure your NAT type reads open, observe the 2.4 GHz rule, and pick a good location for your router. If you follow all these rules, you'll have so much fun, you'll be coming up with new and creative ways to spend more time with your Xbox.
And you'll also be able to have an awesome time playing Halo 3 online with your family.
What? No, just me. Keep it here.
Just try not to have too much fun.
I said no more fighting.
Thanks, Dave, for showing us how not to set up your home network.
No worries, Chris.
I could have sworn Dave said he had 6 kids.
No animals or Candland family members were harmed in the making of this video segment, although a few egos were bruised. Do not attempt to make a sophisticated high-end instructional video like this at home. The warnings and advice contained in this video are intended solely for the purpose of helping Halo fans to set up their home network. If you still don't have any fun at Halo 3, it's your own damn fault. If, on the other hand, you become totally and permanently addicted and suddenly find yourself without job, car, home, wife, kids, or any life whatsoever outside the Halo universe, that's pretty much what we intended. Don't accept candy from strangers, don't run with scissors, and don't forget to finish the fight.
Get to work 24 hours of the night for lunch. When it comes down to the question, should I shave or should I shower, you know you're in crunch mode. Meetings, mayhem, coffee, and crashes, hails, and approaches. Studio 6 a.m.
6:03 in the morning. We're the forearm team.
Did you write the bug?
Closing on bug number 25,000. I'd say we probably get it today.
It's just a stream of bugs. This morning I was up at 4 assigning bugs too. It never ends.
24/7. There's always someone there.
I usually get in between 6:30 and 7 and leave after, 7 or 8.
Time goes by pretty quick. I think it's about 6, 7 o'clock. I get a free breakfast when I show up early enough.
There's a lot of food consumed in this building. I would be really frightened to count the number of calories.
The day at Punchy starts with the obligatory
Run through security.
You have like 3 seconds to get to the door and actually open it before it delocks.
The warehouse.
Over there's the multiplayer engineering pod.
Where our genius, wildly talented programmers sit and make problems for artists typically. Maybe not Luke Timmons.
All along the far back wall, we have environment art.
Hey Marcus, how would you describe this pod?
This particular pod? Command Central.
Crunch is the period of game development when everyone on the team is there working late, trying to cram as much stuff in as he can.
There's not really that much pressure until you see the countdown clocks. It's kind of a doom clock.
The anxiety level's pretty high. I think I left at 1:30 last night.
Pressure's on, but usually that's where people come out and do their best work.
I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing today.
I don't either.
This used to be a Lowe's hardware store, I believe.
This building used to be True Value Hardware.
Or maybe it was a supermarket.
From what I know now, they do Halo in here.
There's a second floor, but it's only on the very back section of the building. It's actually, I think, above the bathrooms.
The bottom floor is for development. The people on the top floor kind of run the stuff that's kind of external to the development of the game.
The full-time employees don't want to be disturbed. Therefore, don't use the front door if you're not working near the front door.
The only people in the studio who actually have offices are the sound guys. That door that's open right over there is the door to Marty's famous ivory tower office.
When it says email or die, that means he's composing.
This is the bowels of Bungie. Several people believe that my main role is to push the coffee cup around the studio.
This little tiny area here is artists that are doing multiplayer map design. They have plants, they have Chris Carney memorabilia.
Strangest thing about the building. It's gotta be the no windows.
You have no idea what the weather's like outside. It's a little bit like a bunker.
So everybody can hear everything you're saying all the time.
There's supposed to be this kind of unwritten rule that if somebody has their headphones on, that you don't come and tap them on the back and ask them a question, but I think it's an unwritten rule because nobody's really paying attention to it.
The acoustics are fantastic in here. I get to hear somebody in test fart and they're all the way on the other side of the building.
Went over from there. There's the design pod with all the guys working on the single-player missions.
The design pit. It's really meaningless without these guys. Except Miller.
Whatever, Dawn.
It's actually kind of tough to tell what time it is.
Don't they do that in jails? They don't put clocks anywhere?
It's the building. It just has this sort of casino-like atmosphere.
Las Vegas.
They make you walk past all these aisles so you go to a computer and maybe sit down and do some work.
Good morning. Sucked.
Number 69 is lemongrass chicken for Sean.
Figure out who gets what.
It happens every crunch. 8, 10, 12 weeks, you haven't had a meal at home. We can't live off of McDonald's every day.
We started doing this because we were doing Crunch, and we're like, yeah, everybody starts eating the free food.
He's the reason why we have the weigh-in. He was a biscuit away.
Estimated body fat, and estimated lean body weight.
I've weighed myself for years.
Yeah, that's all.
Or do you go to the bathroom, take a massive dump, you're like, this will compensate.
Sometimes that saves 2 pounds. Who knows?
People in the neighborhood that's just looky-loos, want to know what's going on. Occasionally they walk by and they open the door and they can see this figure here. And it just looks like a place they want to see what's inside, you know. So they try to trick me. And so far I've caught all of them.
Harold is the studio manager.
Harold Ryan is my boss.
He sits there. Harold actually has the smallest desk in the company.
This is where we go whenever we need help with the light mapper. How's the light mapper doing today?
Excellent.
Hey, Luis, how's the light mapper doing today?
Not too well.
See, it's the...
This is sort of the central pod of test right here. There's Jamie Evans, our test lead, hard at work, as usual.
Hey, rumor has it there's a tester here with a tattoo.
Yeah?
Can we see it? Exciting, wasn't it?
I think I can count the number of women that work on Bungie on one hand.
There's one in here?
There's a few, yeah. 1, 2, 3.
The interesting thing about our fax machine is it doesn't actually receive faxes. So it's just kind of this little quirky thing in the system that is just insanely inefficient.
There's 3 bathrooms. 2 here, and then there's 1 up at the front, which is sort of for guests, and it's in the safe zone.
And there's 1 upstairs that they just put in.
1 out of every 3 times I go to the bathroom, I actually have to wait in line.
1 bathroom for 200 guys.
2 or 3 stalls for the guys, and I don't know how many stalls. How many stalls are there for the
This is
girls?
the equal number.
Really? How do you know that?
Another for 3 women.
And I've spent my entire life waiting in lines.
How crazy is that?
Well, have you been outside when people are dropping the deuce?
No.
Like we hacky sack outside, and you can smell every second. It's like this huge gust of. I'm not kidding you. Try and get on your skin. Feel that.
No, I'm not touching that. Just like I'm not going to touch your hacky sack from now.
When you're really in the thick of crunch, you start having dreams about work. You're in here for 20 hours a day, and you're not seeing your family. And those are the things I think that give you the battle scars.
Okay, so that's Damiani's.
11 hours, either free breakfast or free dinner, but not both.
There's actually a false floor. There's all the network cables that run underneath that.
How many miles of wire in the building?
Millions of miles of network cables.
So 175 ports times 12 cables each.
That's probably too high.
Divided by 280 miles. That's 49.7 miles of cable.
50 miles.
Moving all of the testers from over there to over here so that we're next to Jamie.
That's right. Everybody closer, better communication.
It's Jamie's master plan.
We're like an organic...
Yes, we really seaweed.
Some of the people that come in tomorrow, they're going to be in for a pretty big surprise. Those guys kind of knew that they were moving. This guy, I don't think knew.
We're a floating island of madness.
I don't know what it's like actually under the false floor. They say that people who crunched a little too hard, you might find some of them down there.
Crunch is the seed of divorce.
Nothing got done today.
I've been fixing a single bug all day, and it still isn't fixed.
It is the seed of stress headaches.
It's a really big mess.
This is just busted.
Crunch is also incredibly fun.
Sweet. Yes.
Ice cream?
Ice cream.
Delivered just for you.
Wow.
Make that. Oh, come on, you need another one.
Can't eat just one.
I already had
I think everybody wants to work in a place where they're friends and where they enjoy coming to work and they do things that are cool.
Oh, it's only 10:30. Wait till midnight or so. That's when it gets nuts.
This is what matters, guys. Yes, there's a lot of playing around, but this is what matters. Today, this is today, and this is content complete.
This was from a housewarming party for Mike Zach. Dave wore these green underwear. I ended up with them at the end of the party. Washed them, of course, and then brought them back.
Hey, kids, how you doing today?
Hey, good evening, sir. Here's the keys.
Thank you.
Crunch is when everyone is pretty much sleeping here.
Sometimes brushing your teeth, the good ideas don't come, but the harsh realities come.
Oh, 1 in the morning. Wow, it's already Friday. Making sure that people take a bath and stuff like that because we're in close proximity.
You know, I don't actually know a whole lot about the shaft, but we had to do an SDK upgrade, and so it's here till 2:30. So somebody gave me the shaft.
It is the middle of the night, and we're going to be playing the beta with a group of guys in Japan. Ganbare Masho. Good night, Green Johnny. How did that feel for you?
It's 6 o'clock in the morning, and I have been here working almost overnight.
Good morning, John. Good morning. How you doing? Good, good. I went home and come back, and they didn't go home 24, 28 hours a shift. Thanks, sir.
Actually, I take a half-hour break, close my eyes for 20 minutes.
So hey, take care. Have a good day, Jerome. Have a good shift.
Yeah, I think it might take me half hour or 1 hour more. After I solve that, I will be super happy. I will tell you, I think I fixed that problem.
Yeah, so the thing with pulling an all-nighter is you get the good parking spot the next day.
Good morning, gentlemen. Morning, Phil. Back at it again? Back at it. All right, have a good morning. You too.
Now we got game extras. Comprehensive collection of Halo extras, including the Warhawk Jump Cane, exclusive game mode picks, and dashboard themes, and the Gallery, my fascinating collection of Halo art with audio coming. Halo 3 began here, eliminating a comprehensive collection of Halo 3 concept, design, and story order from the artists who built the game. That is your versus blue theme. Oh, wait, I didn't do that. By the way, I do have that poster. It came with the Legendary Edition of Halo 3. Yes. Arouse, why is the armor so much bigger than the Chief? That's crazy. He's not that huge in the game. That actually is on the back cover of the Standard Edition, by the way. That actually is on inside the manual in the Legendary Edition. jackal. Didn't I see that same picture before? It's high charity. Nice. Gamer picks and themes. Exclusive Halo 3 themed gamer picks and the Ultimate Halo 3 theme. It's time to dress up your dashboard. So the Bungie picture pack and the theme. Red versus Blue picture pack and theme. The Spartan Life picture pack and theme. And the Warthog launch. It's not rocket science, it's Warthog physics, adapted from the Ball original. It's as stupid as fun you'll have all year. Oh, it's loading up, so read the instructions or something. Bounce on the walls, relax, try to hit all these. Ooh, stats. Warthog placement, number of grenade level. Wait a minute, what? What do I do? Oh my god, I did it. Wait a minute, what if I... Oh, nope, that didn't work. There we go. Oh, need to hire. More grenades. That worked out perfectly. More grenades. Oh, cool. Higher. How do I do this one? Okay, I did 4 levels. Did 183 grenades used. 13 launches made. 31 Warthog bounces. And these guns popped 18. Time wasted 1:52. Okay. So soon, don't worry, you'll be back. I ain't worried. Alright, that's it for this bonus DVD. There is a second one I'm going to show you later on. But until then, I'm out. Peace.